In recent years, children in schools are more commonly having to deal with the rising issue of vape and e-cigarette usage. I myself was approached by a friend in the year of my 8th grade. My friend asked me if I wanted to smoke with him. I rejected his offer, of course, thinking it was a one-off event, an impulse out asking of my friend. However, I was wrong. The issue of vaping is widely unrepresented and overshadowed in today's youth and wider population as a whole. In a publication by the New York Times on March 8th of 2022, it includes a statistic where 11% of high school students used e-cigarettes during the COVID-19 pandemic over Zoom. Today, it is my goal to convey to you all the dangers involved with e-cigarette consumption. First, I will do this by explaining the problems relating to e-cigarettes. Then I will go into the causes relating, prolonging the problems said before. And thirdly, I will go into solutions that I recommend to ease the issues caused by e-cigarettes in our communities. So first, let's get into the problems. First of all, e-cigarettes are unhealthy, of course. Typical vape and e-cigarette consumers transition into traditional cigarette consumption. And in a publication by the Wall Street Journal on March 14th of 2022, it is stated how upwards of 480,000 deaths occur alone in the US alone from traditional cigarettes. It is also worth mentioning how vapes are causing increased rates of lung injury. Moreover, in a publication by PR Newswire on September 17th of 2020, it describes how tobacco-derived nicotine is often promised to not be contained within e-cigarettes. However, many are proving to actually contain tobacco-derived nicotine rather than the synthetic promise. And tobacco-derived nicotine has been proven to cause issues in developing brains. My second problem with regards to e-cigarettes is the appeal to large audiences. In a publication by the Financial Times on January 2nd of 2024, it is stated how many of e-cigarette companies' online campaigns are marketed towards children, making smoking look cool and hip, something that kids want to get into. Also, e-cigarettes are an alternative for traditional smokers to look to quit smoking. However, those smokers end up doing both e-cigarettes and traditional cigarettes are even worse off. It is similar to crossfading drug use with alcohol use. It's an even worse combo. And now I'll get into the causes relating to e-cigarette usage. First of all, nicotine, of course, is very addictive. In a publication by the Irish Independent on September 19th of 2023, it is stated how 2/3 of e-cigarette users never smoked before using their e-cigarettes, which is very concerning considering how e-cigarettes have much more concentrated levels of nicotine compared to traditional cigarettes. Moreover, companies are often avoiding FDA restrictions against tobacco-derived nicotine. However, these companies are instead opting to these unregulated, synthetically derived nicotine samples, which can more easily be distributed without regulation. A second issue is how accessible and available these e-cigarettes are. In a publication by the NASDAQ OMX News Release Distribution Channel on August 10th of 2022, it is stated how online retail for e-cigarettes was 28% in 2021, which was a result of the number of e-cigarettes being approved on the market, which then led to a higher percentage of e-cigarettes available for online purchasing, which was even worse considering how easy it was and is for kids to purchase e-cigarettes and vape products online without having to verify their ages. My third cause for the problems with regards to e-cigarettes is issues with legislation. In a separate publication by the New York Times on September 29th of 2020, it describes a bill that was proposed to discourage youth vaping. The bill was said to ban many of the fun flavors that the youth would chase after. However, some of those flavors were in regular cigarettes, and one of those flavors was menthol, which is a flavor very popular for black people, and banning menthol could be seen as over-policing the black community. And now into the solutions that I have for easing the issue of e-cigarette usage. First of all, I definitely encourage the better personal lifestyle of people to diet, exercise, breathe clean air, not smoke, of course, and vaccinate themselves. However, on a more wider level, advocating myself and younger people to schools and youth groups, I think that as younger people advocating for the dangers of e-cigarettes would be more impactful for young brains. And thirdly, of course, advocating to local representatives can also have a good impact on your wider area. And doing all these things, leading by example, will definitely have a change in your community and the people around you. So now in closing, today I hope I was able to convince you of the dangers involved with e-cigarette consumption. I did that by first explaining the dangers and problems involved with e-cigarettes. Then I went into the causes prolonging those problems. And thirdly, I went into solutions that I recommend to ease the widely growing issue of e-cigarette usage in our population. Thank you.